Pulaski, welcome. Here I am.
Catherine Benton is the newest judge in Nova Scotia's provincial courts. Mi'kmaq chiefs, family and friends filled the courtroom to watch as she was officially sworn in.
I, Catherine Martina Benton.
In the early 1990s, Benton worked for the Union of Nova Scotia Indians and the Mi'kmaq Grand Council. She was among the first Mi'kmaq to graduate from Dalhousie Law School.
I believe it's vital that the Mi'kmaq community and non-First Nation communities alike see Mi'kmaq people as competent, of value, and respected for our contributions and perspectives.
Benton has dedicated much of her career to Nova Scotia legal aid, and now she's the first Mi'kmaq woman to sit on the bench.
I hugged her like 3 times since I got here. I'm so proud of her. Yeah, she's done very well.
Today's robing ceremony is not only significant for Judge Benton and her family, it is in fact an historic milestone for this province.
One of the things that I do think is rather critical and important is just to offer a Mi'kmaq perspective. Thank you so much for doing all that you do.
Prosper calls Benton's seat on the bench a huge step in the right direction.
It's going to be one chapter in a never-ending sort of book of addressing justice issues for the Mi'kmaq within the judicial system.
The justice system is important to all Nova Scotians.
Systemic racism has ruled in prominent Mi'kmaq cases in Nova Scotia. In 1927, in Grand Chief Syliboy's trial over treaty rights to hunt, the courts referred to the Mi'kmaq as a savage people. Donald Marshall Jr. served 11 years for a murder he didn't commit.
These 2 Mi'kmaq men must be smiling down at us today, I would think. And you know, as Chief Justice, I worry about the next Donald Marshall Jr., or the next Grand Chief Syliboy, or the next Viola Desmond, who may walk through those doors of the courtroom. We never want that to happen again. I think this afternoon the odds got a little better.
Mi'kmaq Senator Dan Christmas says this is an historic day.
So I knew that was a long, long process, and I'm just so happy today that we finally got to that point now where we have our first female Mi'kmaq judge on the bench. It's just like a dream come true.
Benton is the 3rd Aboriginal judge appointed in Nova Scotia. Now, from her view on the bench, she hopes to see more Mi'kmaq representation in the courtroom, from lawyers to court clerks. Trina Roach, APTN National News, Bridgewater, Nova Scotia.